and I don't look at people in the face. I mean, I do, but I'm just saying I'm not a weirdo, but like I go in there and I work out and I breathe. And people sit on the machines I want to use and they're just looking at their phones for like it's like they're parked there. And it's like yeah, they'll move if you come up to them and say, "Hey, can I work in with you?" They'll people do want to talk to you, because a lot of people don't have jobs. A lot of people don't have networks. They just have doom scrolling depression. So you're that person's dopamine for the day if you're just kind to them. You're like, "Hey, buddy, what's your name? Are you working out here? Can I work in with you? Thanks." They're always like, "Of course! Pull me away from my depressive doom scrolling." Doesn't matter where you're from, depression is depression. Oy vey.
Well, that's what I'm doing. So I can't read. I couldn't get on stage in Amir's room. And that's what's happening today.
The room sounds too ridiculous, by the way. I was there for a minute.
Abby, how many burners do you have?
Only one, this one. The other one is my original plan was suspended.
Oh.
That's why I'm here with this one.
One of my top Elon Musk videos is Elon Musk defends Indians.
Suspended me.
Nora was in one of my rooms last night for a hot minute, and then she was like, "Edmund, go out and meet women, make babies. Get off this stupid app." She was projecting onto me.
I love that she said, like, she has a flat chin. That's a character of her high testosterone. I mean, that's a symptom of high testosterone.
She was writing about, like,
I can't unthink that anymore.
I love him so much. She's so stupid. I hope she's watching.
She's for sure watching.
She has nowhere else to go. That's stupid. Am I Diego? Listen, I'll read you something, but be patient. It'll take me a while to pronunciate the words. Maybe he's right. I am stupid, but I love you so much, and I really want my people to be free from the river to the sea. Free Palestine and end the genocide.
I can't wait until she turns into a Catholic and become a kafir.
Somebody on YouTube's writing.
The one word she loves to use any other non-Muslim.
Somebody on YouTube's writing, "Are you okay?"
That's her.
Somebody named JW.
JW, this is normal.
Yeah, I'm an actor, JW. You don't have to panic. But I want my people to be free. And the genocide. The genocide. I want my people to be free from the river to the sea. I love him so much. Clip it. Clip it. Okay, that was fun. Okay, so I will read a little bit of poetry if I have listeners. We've got 8 people on YouTube right now, 9 people on YouTube enjoying my shtick. I want to thank you all for coming to the Adrian Dittman experience. Go to adriandittman.com. Bros says I'm cooked. That's Dino. Thanks, Dino. Dino, do you know what the word coraggio in Italian means coraggio. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Okay, this is from The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire. This is Gibbons. Among the useful conditions of peace imposed by Probus on the vanquished nations of Germany was the obligation of supplying the Roman army with 16,000 recruits, the bravest and most robust of their youth. The emperor dispersed them through all the provinces and distributed this dangerous reinforcement in small bands of 50 or 60 each among the national troops, judiciously observing that the aid which the Republic derived from the barbarians should be felt but not seen. Their aid was now become necessary. The feeble elegance of Italy and the internal provinces could no longer support the weight of arms. The hardy frontiers of the Rhine and the Danube still produced minds and bodies equal to the labors of the camp, but a perpetual series of wars had gradually diminished their numbers. The infrequency of marriage and the ruin of agriculture affected the principles of population, and not only destroyed the strength of the present, but intercepted the hope of future generations. The wisdom of Probus embraced a great and beneficial plan of replenishing the exhausted frontiers by new colonies of captive or fugitive barbarians on whom he bestowed lands, cattle, instruments of husbandry, and every encouragement that might engage them to educate a race of soldiers for the service of the Republic. Into Britain, and most probably into Cambridgeshire, he transported a considerable body of Vandals. The impossibility of an escape reconciled them to their situation, and in the subsequent troubles of that island they approved themselves the most faithful servants of the state. Great numbers of Franks and Gepidae were settled on the banks of the Danube and the Rhine. 100,000 Bastarnae expelled from their own country cheerfully accepted an establishment in Thrace, and soon imbibed the manners and sentiments of Roman subjects. But the expectations of Probus were too often disappointed. The impatience and idleness of the barbarians could ill brook the slow labors of agriculture. Their unconquerable love of freedom, rising against despotism, provoked them into hasty rebellions alike fatal to themselves and to the provinces. Nor could these artificial supplies, however repeated by succeeding emperors, restore the important limit of Gaul and Illyricum to its ancient and native vigor. Of all the barbarians who abandoned their new settlements and disturbed the public tranquility, a very small number returned to their own country. For a short season they might wander in arms through the empire, but in the end they were surely destroyed by the power of a warlike emperor. Okay, that's all I'm going to read. But that's Gibbon's Roman Empire, Millman, Volume 1. So, I don't. We don't need to comment on it. But Gibbons, it's interesting. Okay, these are Polish aphorisms. Progini, that means an apology like a clean spot. Some of it still remains. Pokazuj po sobie, nie wiadomoć, ryzeczki, Jim, bardziej wish to go. The more you know, the more ignorant you should appear. Zgniewicz droga bardzo bliska. From anger to hate is but a small step. Nie ma łyczki, roczki, dzila gubczku. Jagnielcie glubczko od siebie. There is no greater joy for a fool than to find a greater fool. Hi, Abby. Zayden Jedźki Mezjedźnia nie umarł zimloczki. No man has yet died of love. Stary amachak pieczk stary. Ducho swedu malopaye. An old lover is like an old stove. Much smoke, little steam. Oh, Diogenes, I love you. You're just as pathetic as Nora Bandura. You're such a hypocrite. Uśmiech I humor tu genial Żułeckiego gorowania nad losem. A smile and good humor are signs that you dominate your fate. Potrzebny jest siczyl mieć, aby samemu też uśmiech kanak. To smile, you need someone to smile as well. Śmiutek tu najgorsza poradnia. Sadness is the worst advisor. Człowiek nie boi się śmierci, lecz cierpienie. Man does not fear death, only the suffering. Różnica między intelektualista zachodnim a wschodnim na tym polega, iż pierwszy nie dość dobrze widzi. The difference between Western and Eastern intellectuals is that the former have not been kicked in the ass enough. Tu świetny klamka, ma genialna pamięć, a brilliant liar. He has total recall. Człowiek nauki musi być przygotowany na to, że w gmaczu, który buduje I nie mieszka bieda. Scientists must be prepared that the houses they build will be inhabited by others. Kara przychodzi zwykle w ten sposób, że wygląda jak kryzwida, Bóg działa incognito. Punishment usually comes disguised as injustice. God acts incognito. Dobrze, chrześcijanie wyobrażają sobie, że Pan Bóg ma najpotężniejszą kartotekę. Good Christians imagine that God keeps the best records. We policzki zamiast grak uciać ta sudza karty. In politics, instead of playing, they always shuffle cards. Filozofem jest ten, który potrafi milczeć wyróżnić językach. A philosopher, someone who can't be silent in different languages. Powiedz mi, jakie kisaczki masz w domu, a powiem z kim jesteś. Tell me what books you have at home. I'll tell you who you are. Bogaci nudzia si drodzedź. The rich are bored more expensively. Poeci I kanarki za przestaja śpiewać, gdy sa łaparze. Poets and canaries stop singing when paired. That's a good one too. We are prisoners gory al gdziezy. Faith moves mountains, but where? Gdy ci chihuahua poja, twoimi plakami, lepiej synia ogladaj. When they praise you behind your back, don't turn around. Wyshiszko jest wyreku Boga. Dziednie historia. Wymknęła się z-pod jego kontroli. All is in God's hands. Only history managed to slip out from his control. Bog nie jest graczem, ale ma słabości do graczki. God is not a gambler, but he does have a weakness for them. Nieżna dziomoczk terminu śmierci umożliwia życie? Not knowing when you die makes life possible. Starości niech sudzieś Janini. You don't feel your old age. Others do. Okay, that's a treasury of Polish aphorisms compiled by Jacek Galachka. The value of this particular treasury is enhanced by the excellent translation by the editor. His intuitive feeling for the aphorism has made this book what it is, a model for others to follow. It's a really good book. HippocraneBooks.com. 16 pen and ink drawings by Barbara Swijniczka. Proverbs translated by Helena Stankiewicz. True Polish wit and wisdom. Okay, Abby, that's my reading for the day. I hope I made you happy.
That was nice.
I hope I made you happy again.
Yes.
So, shit in, shit out. Wisdom in, wisdom out. Go open, your third eye and let it go. Oh, Diego. It just wasn't enough time, Diego. 80 hours a week on here wasn't enough. Being on here while I'm at the gym having conversations so people think I'm like cool or important or something, and I'm talking about political news topics and freeing Palestine so everybody at the gym knows I'm like cool like that and smart like that. Oh, I love you so much. I want my people to be free. From the river to the sea, my people will be free. I love you, Diego. Oh, Diego. This wasn't enough time. Huh?
If you had sons, how would you name them?
If I had what?
Boys, like your son, a son, S-O-N.
Oh, I'd call them.
Like a twin.
The first one would be Max because I'm named after John. So I think in our family we name after the grandfathers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one?
It would be Jordan.
Jordan, okay.
Dan. Yeah.
Jordan. My horse in Iceland was called Jordan.
You know, there's a country called
So one
Jordan.
Icelandic horse.
Did you know all the
Hmm?
people? Did you know Trump is going to send all the people in Gaza to Jordan like to all around to all the Arab
Hmm.
countries? He's getting rid of the
Yeah, Trump
Gaza.
is definitely gonna help Israel. The first term he helped Israel tremendously. I think the second term he's gonna fulfill everything he wanted to do in the first term. So yeah, it's definitely good news for Israel.
Yeah, great news. Every day is just great news. Big things are
I wonder
happening.
if the Jews in America will return to Israel after he would
The Jews in America? Are you shitting me? They're not
what?
going. They're not going back to Israel. They're staying here. What are you talking about?
No,
No.
but like if Israel is such a great place after he helped them a lot and it's safe, don't they want to go back to Israel?
No. Are you fucking shitting me?
Why not?
Why would anybody want to sell their house? Do you know how annoying it is to move?
It
Please.
is.
You just
I
moved.
know. I move all the time. Like I know how annoying. But like, what is greater than moving back to the homeland?
Going within, fatty. Meditating now.
Okay, okay.
It's true. Israel is within. Israel is a concept. So there's no going back anywhere. If wherever you're at right now is where you need to go. Oh, stop thinking. Stop thinking and end your problems, fatty.
Look at Zach.
Stop thinking and shut up. You're not listening. Shh. Quiet, Abby. Quiet. That coupon pig mind. Think of Nora Bandura and Diego on a ship made of Bitcoin, floating in the Pacific Islands amongst the flowers. They're reading poetry to one another. They're in love. They've had children. They're billionaires. They're on a yacht with Bezos, giggling and laughing. She freed her people. From the river to the sea, they are conquerors. They're rich. They're in love. They're at the gym. Talking on Clown House. They're free, Abby, and you're still complaining. Go back to Diogenes Spooner. Go back to your 3-point plan, fatty. You're just like Monica and Bandura mixed together in an abbey. Living at home with a doctorate. Talking on Clown House. Do something with your life, fatty. Fly, fly, fly away, fatty.
Diogenes next.
Listen, Diogenes Spooner, and
Well, yeah, together he is much better than Diego.
it's the same guy. Don't you
No, it's not
see?
the same.
You're the same girl. You're the hypocrite in the same way that
No,
Nora Bandura is a
no,
hypocrite.
no.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
It's not
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
same.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I'm gonna read to you some love poems. This will help reset
Okay.
your stupidity. Okay, so take the deepest breath of the day. Hold it for 10 seconds. I loved her so intensely, words seemed unfit. I needed to paint her, grab colors with my hands and throw them at the wall. There I would yell, "This is my love for you." If only we could fall in love with ourselves as easily as we fall in love with everyone else. The tombstone whispered in its most breath, "Here lies a boy who loved a girl." It's better to be brave and vulnerable than safe and all alone. She wasn't scared to walk away. She was scared he wouldn't follow. Love sermons like it's your very first night together or your very last. 1,000 times a day, I love you. A little more than I did the day before. I have always loved love. Love just doesn't seem to love me back. He said the one thing she needed to hear, but never thought to hope for. I believe in you completely. I will never be perfect for you, but I will always imperfectly try to be. True love exists in moments, stumbled upon by accidents in hospitals, in airports, and underneath the stars. Gone before you realize it was there. Missed before you knew you had it. How dare you dare me to dare fall in love with you? Our love was as fragile as the seasons turning a crispy leaf in the path of a toddler. Love is here and long away, in words and worlds unfolding, in lovers' arms and shooting stars, in old hands and sailing ships, in grassy hills and mountain tops. Love is here and long away, in words and worlds unfolding. Life is the art of sending memes back and forth with the people we love until we die. It's easy to love someone before you really know them, and it's even easier and harder once you do. Love is there for us, but also gone whenever we need it most. If I'm being honest, it was a disturbingly short amount of time between meeting you and wanting to say, I love you. Love is a wondrous and wild storm we must, while we can, dance in the rain. I will be forever haunted by the memories of you. They wander the empty hallways of my soul, opening doors and knocking things off tables. Love is late night kissing at stoplights under the lights, after the lights have turned green. Don't love someone only to be loved back. Love to love them unselfishly, honestly. Only then can you truly be in love. Love is not something to be found. It is something to be built brick by careful brick, and the more carefully it is built, the stronger it will be for when life's winds blow and storms shake the walls. She was dead to me. Love knows no distance, but it prefers snuggling than licking, but she was dead to me. Be twice as powerful as you think you are. It's hard to be in love and to be vulnerable. You must open the door to that secret and high-walled garden of your soul that you have always kept so carefully locked. For so many years, Abby, and then let another person inside, hoping and praying they don't break anything. I've loved you since the first day I learned to love. You were the face I saw in my dreams, the girl I drew in art class and kept crumpled in my pocket. I knew you were out there, and so I waited patiently for you to walk into my life one summer in Rome. Don't dream to live forever, dream to forever live while you're alive. I promise to spend the rest of my forever painting you with words. The answer to the question, are you in love, should be simple, and if it's not, then it is. Remembering that it all ends soon isn't a bad thing. It frees us to live as we should, with lots of love and little worry. Young love is about loving the ones who leave you. Old love is about loving the ones who never would. No great love was perfect. No great love wasn't bravely fought for. There is a moment in some girls' lives when they put on a dress for the very first time and walk into the world feeling more beautiful than they ever have and ever will again. And somewhere I like to think Audrey Hepburn smiles. Okay, Abby, what is your zodiac again?
I'm Pisces. moon is in Virgo. My rising is Virgo. My moon is in Capricorn.
Okay, so it says
My Venus in
ocean.
Aries.
These are your areas of focus: ocean, openness, psychism, devotion, empathy, mercy, mystery, past lives. Ruler is Neptune, Jupiter, and it exalts Venus. You're connected by two inverted C's. It says the fishes. Your color is red violet. Mutable water. That means shut your emotions up and you're ruled by a trident. It says Pisces is the 12th and final sign. It demonstrates the teaching of ageless wisdom that every ending is a new beginning. During this completion of the zodiacal year, potential is gathering for the birth that will come in Aries. Add the digits in 12, 1 plus 2 equals 3, to see that Pisces is a sign of infinite promise and possibility. Also, 12 is the product of the 3 modes multiplied by the 4 elements. Fertility times stability. A dynamic interaction of Eros and Logos that includes all zodiacal signs. Pisces is the synthesis or wrap-up at the end of the cycle. Just as all rivers run into the sea, so do all experiences of our journey through the zodiac merge at last into the great ocean of Pisces. There the fishes of individualized consciousness enjoy a blissful feeling of being one with all. Sometimes spiritual aspirants imagine that upon enlightenment they will lose their sense of self, but this is not the case. They only lose their hallucination of separation from the whole, while their true self peacefully encompasses the universe. Shape-shifter Neptune, god of the sea, is the rightful ruler of Pisces. Some interpreters call it the planet of illusion, but often the actual facts are the other way around. Neptune recognizes the deeper reality behind outer illusion. To a mind still identified with the ego, Neptune may seem otherworldly and mysterious. However, we all have Neptune and Pisces in our charts, so we all have a mystical side to our nature. Like fish in the ocean, Piscean consciousness is very sensitive to subtle shifts and moods in the environment. This receptive, intuitive sign is innately psychic, able to feel information that would go unnoticed by less perceptive awareness. Because of its depth and feeling, Pisces is empathic, and compassionate. Great loving kindness flows from Venus.
Oh, wow.
In the sign of her exaltation. Pisces is especially tender towards those who are vulnerable, such as children and small animals, knowing deep inside that all beings are one being. Mutable water easily merges with others. If Pisces gets lost in others, deep breathing helps restore awareness of the body. Body awareness reminds us of our individuality. Also helpful is the fact that beneficial effects of our spiritual work are built into our bodies by subconsciousness. Pisces rules the feet, which carry us on the path of return to the grocery store aisle with coupons. The path leads within. Yes, we do have inner feet. Natives of this sign have an active inner life behind the scenes. To Pisces, imagination is a divine creative faculty. Introspective Pisces is fond of daydreaming or night dreaming, states in which dimensions are bridged and other mansions in God's kingdom may be visited. The Pisces in us needs privacy, that we may at times retire from the outer world, connect with our deep core of inner peace, and merge in mystical union with all life in the boundless cosmic being, ocean of being, consciousness and bliss. Key words: the planets, signs, houses, and aspects are all concepts. Astrological keywords are basic meanings associated with those concepts. It is good to have a few keywords on the tip of your tongue when thinking or talking about astrological ideas. These are commonly accepted meanings that come in handy as starting points for discussion and interpretation. Example: your sun is in Aquarius, the sign of humanity, truth, and freedom. You and I are born in the sign of Libra, so we are both interested in art, love, and beauty. Gemini, the sign of short journeys, is opposite Sagittarius, the sign of long journeys. exercise. Yeah. So give some exercises. 3 keywords are given for each sign. Memorize all 36 words. You will be glad you did because these keys will open many doors. That's page 117. The 36 words. So there's 3 and 12. So philosophy, higher mind, long journeys, sex, death, the occult, art, love, beauty, health, work, service, self-expression, generosity, drama, home, mother, security, communication, siblings, short journeys, the body, values, possessions, primal life force, self-definition, youth, mysticism, compassion, synthesis, science, humanity, freedom, career, teacher, manifesto, philosophy, higher mind, long journeys, sex, death, the occult, art, love, beauty, health, work, service, self-expression, generosity, drama, home, mother, security, short journeys, siblings, communication, possessions, values, the body, youth, self-definition, primal life force, synthesis, compassion, mysticism, freedom, humanity, science, manifesto, teacher, career, philosophy, higher mind, long journey, sex, death, the occult. Okay, those are the 36 words.
Thank you.
It says exercise 2, using a separate page for each sign, create a list of other meanings and descriptions. Leave space at the end. Cancer is the sign of home, mother, security, birthplace, family, maternal instinct, safety, food, emotion, depth, receptivity, stability, yin, cardinal water, nadir, lowest, deepest, darkest foundation, privacy, root of being, nourishment, first matter, mind stuff. Some meanings from Mars are energy, physical power, work, bravery, passion, valiant warrior, protection, courage, stand for truth, lightning, freedom, independence, life force, animal power, strength, vitality, blood, muscles, action, explosive, fire. I think that's why Elon Musk wants to go to Mars. It's all just an abstract concept. You can't actually go to Mars. He's so full of shit.
What is Elon Musk's zodiac? Let's see.
Okay, this is what it says about houses. This is pretty interesting.
Okay.
Planets are what? Signs are how? Houses are where? Signs empower the planetary energies, while houses provide different territories where these energies live and express themselves in this world. Houses represent the conditions and circumstances that shape the planet's daily activities. A person who becomes an actor may have one or more planets in the 5th house, or a powerful Leo emphasis. A soul who incarnates for the purpose of teaching may have a prominent 10th house or strong Capricorn planets. In these examples, notice that the 5th house and the 5th sign are given equal weight. The same is true for the 10th house and sign. This direct correlation between houses and signs is due to the way in which houses are determined. Here is a recipe for understanding and remembering what the houses mean. Houses 1 through 12 have the same basic meanings as signs 1 through 12. Houses deal with daily affairs, while signs influence fundamental character. Houses always stay in one place, while signs can be anywhere in a chart depending on what sign and degree are on the ascendant. Houses are created from natural zodiac that begins with 0 degrees Aries. When learning and using the houses, always picture the natural zodiac in your mind's eye. 10 houses and 12 houses and 12 natural zodiac signs. The first house will always have Aries characteristics, no matter where the sign of Aries happens to be in the individual chart. The second house will always have Taurian traits, no matter what Taurus actually occurs. The third house will reflect Gemini qualities and so forth through all the houses. Often a chart will exhibit house and corresponding sign emphasis. In the chart on page 134, the native has 3 planets, including the circle with the dot, identity. In the 7th house, peace, while the 7th sign, peace, is rising, ruling in the 1st house, identity. This person identifies as a peacemaker. Okay, so this is the ascendant, the 1st house cusp. 12 is mysticism. 11 is science. 10 is career. 9 is philosophy. 8 is magic. 7, partnership. 6, integration. 5, self-expression. 4, home. 3, communication. 2, resources. 1, self-definition. Okay, I'll now reverse it. Number 1 is self-definition. 1, self-definition. 2, resources. 3, communication. 4, home. 5, self-expression. 6, integration. 7, partnership. 8, magic. 9, philosophy. 10, career. 11, science. 12, mysticism. Keywords for houses. Houses are cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Just like the signs, they are sometimes classified as angular, succedent, and cadent. Cardinal houses 1, 4, 7, 10, dynamic, creative, activating. Fixed houses 2, 5, 8, 11, reliable, steady, consolidating. Mutable houses 3, 6, 9, 12, diverse, adaptable, changing. Exercise in the sample horoscope on page 134. How many planets are in cardinal houses, fixed houses, mutable houses? Make the same analysis in your own chart. Oh my god. Okay, this is the house descriptions. I would say this is like a very good programming or a hypnosis, essentially. What up, Zach? Okay, this is house descriptions. Let me just read to you number 3, which is communications. So these are basically antonyms or other words, I believe, for communication. This is number 3, house, communications. Family relationships, siblings, neighbors, childhood education, language, writing, conversation, debate, commerce, business, intellectual activity, knowledge of environment, short travels, maps, calendars, media, information, diversity, curiosity, wit. Anyways, this is, I'd like to read all of these, but if you guys want to.
Clown house.
Yeah, this is interesting because this deals with houses. And this is what we're dealing with here on Clown House, really, is because you do pick what you want to listen to. So you are responsible for all the fucking bullshit that comes into your fucking brain.
Right, I mean, I was listening to you read poetry, and I decided I actually needed some loud rap music, and I picked what I listened to, and now I'm back listening to your poetry. I picked it. I'm the decider.
Zach, what's your zodiac sign?
Take a guess.
Scorpio.
Of course.
All the Jewish men on here are Scorpio.
Yeah, I mean, that's the good one. That's the best one.
That's a really interesting pattern right there.
What's L's
Think
zodiac?
about that.
L, what is your zodiac? I'll read to you what your zodiac says.
Here, hang on, I'll just ask her in the DM. She'll get back to me right away.
No.
Okay, so I also have a really awesome book here. It's called Pearls of Yiddish Song, compiled by Eleanor Gordon Melodic and Joseph Melodic.
I think L is air sign.
This song is called Oy Vey Rabbeinu, Oh Dear Rabbi. Words folklorized from 2 satiric songs by the Maskilic poet Mickey Gordon, 1823 to 1890, published in his anonymous collection Die Board in 1868. The first was entitled Mein Vide, My Confession. Ich steh vor euch, Rabbeinu, ich steh unstiter. Es brennt mir in Hartchen wie Feuer. Es ist mir nabek, finster und bitter. Ich will schon wenn Aya chosed atraya. I stand before you, dear Rabbi. I stand and tremble. My heart burns like fire. My life is dark and dismal. I want to be your loyal disciple. In the second poem, Mein Tshuve, my repentance, the lines read, Kivel trogen a shall agrinum, a Brayton, a viele tamuts, wenn die Zun stark brennt. I shall wear a large green shawl even in tamuts, when the sun burns fiercely. In the footnote to this poem, the words a viele in die größte Hitzen, even in the greatest heat, appear just as in the folklorized song Words and Music published by Anna Schomer Rothenberg in 1928. In the Leo Lowe collection of Yivo, there is an arrangement by Lowe in manuscript form. In this version, the word ich and the third line appears as yach in the Warsaw dialect. This is how compiler Chana Melodic recalls the song was sung, usually with a shout. The Lowe manuscript also contains a fourth stanza, Un Sherayim vain mir chappen, mit die Greste hislaviez. Una tenchtel vain mir rein, oi shils doch a chayes, and we will eat the rabbi's crumbs with ecstasy, and we will dance. Oh, what delight. So this is the refrain. Oi wei, Rebenu, ich steh un stitter, un in Charsten brennt a freie. Ich will sein a chosidel a gitter, a chosid a getchaya. Bei dem davnen will ich mich schochlen, machen allerlei Havayas. Vor dem Reben mit seine Chesidim, red mir ois dos Chayes. Avolanam Schalach will ich trogen, Summe in de größte Hitzen. A lange Jupitzi will ich mir kaufen. A Mitzel mit Zebetzig spitzen. In der Mikve will ich sich teufeln, Winter in de größte Kelten.
In the mikveh, ich bin toilet in der erste Kettles.
Vor dem Reben mit seine Chisidim will ich einlegen Welten. Oh dear Rabbi, I stand and tremble, and in my heart a fire burns. I will be a good chassid and a devoted one. During my prayers I'll sway and make all the gestures. For the rabbi and his chassidim I am filled with delight. In the mikvah, spiritual bath, I will immerse myself even in winter during the severest cold. For the rabbi and his chassidim, I'll move heaven and earth. I'll wear a woolen shawl in summer during the severest heat. A long frock I'll buy, and a cap with 70 points. Oh dear Rabbi. Oi wei, Rebenu, ich steh und zitter und in Harsten brennt a Fee. Ich will sein a Chossid, a guter, a Chossid, a Getreie. Bei dem da wenden will ich mich schochlen, machen allerlei Haveyes. Vor dem Reben mit seine Chassidim geht mehr ois dos Chayes. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. That's Pearls of Yiddish Songs.
Oy vey Rebenu, oy vey Rebenu.
That was awesome. This is so much fun. Okay, so this is interesting. Turns out I can read Hebrew and I didn't even know it.
What do you think is wrong with Elle that brings her to Clubhouse? I mean, she can't be attractive, right?
Dude, it's
Just keep you, like,
dopamine.
cool
It's
and hot.
dopamine. She's bored, man. Everybody's here because they're bored. What are you talking about?
Get bored. Okay. Well, you have to go to the gym every day because I was in a bad mood. I'm still in a bad mood, but I'm in a better mood now that I went to the gym.
Well, if you're in a bad mood, what you really need to do is just reprogram yourself.
That's what I did. I went to the gym. I listened to DaBaby. You know about DaBaby? Baby on Baby? You don't even know about DaBaby. You should make a new house called Oy Vey Rabbeinu. Oy Vey Rabbeinu. Free gypsy psychic readings. Danny is in there.
So you're just like Al. You're like, what's wrong with Al? What's wrong with you?
I know. Well, there's a lot wrong with me, but I'm open about my flaws.
Okay, I'm going to read you the last chapter in this very expensive book I bought called Freedom is a Two-Edged Sword, Essays by John Whitside Parsons. His magical name is Oriflame 1. This is the Star of Babylon. Editor's note, this essay is a surviving fragment of the Book of Babylon, which was a book of instructions to the avatar or incarnation of the goddess Parsons, expected as a result of his Babylon working. This essay formed chapter 7 of the original, which is now lost. Another chapter survives, but is almost entirely comprised of quotations from OTO degree papers. How shall I write of the mystery and the terror, of the wonder and pity and splendor of the sevenfold star that is Babylon, mother of abominations, drunken upon the blood of the saints? For here neither wit nor wisdom, nor even will alone, but only understanding and passive love avail. What shall it avail the adept if he has conquered the fourfold elements and spelled the riddle of the Sphinx? Here the price is the last drop of his lifeblood. He must go down like Moses, like Arthur and Tammuz into the dark land, following the swan into Tuonela, into silence and winter and night. And there before the dark mother of anarchy and abominations, he shall be stripped of all power soever until he is as naked and defenseless as a newborn child. And in this he shall not prevail unless he yield all willingly, smiting the waters of forgetfulness, and partaking of the fountain of life, and of the bittersweet mystery of understanding, and from that dark womb one shall be born again, but it shall not be he. She is the hag wife that was transformed by the chivalry of Gawain, Kundry that is overcome by the pure folly of Parsifal, living bride of Manan, life bride of death, and in overcoming and surrender and in the Tao that is beyond both of these shall he attain, for she is the way to the crown. But this mystery passeth speech. The mind reels, and the intellect is smitten before even the idea of woman, and the dark mother of whom she is the bright shadow. But let the adept meditate on this. There are loves she has loved in this body and others, bright loves and dark loves, gay and sad, pure and perverse. And let him recall these loves in all the joy and sadness of illusion, in the wonder of morning and springtime, the glory of noonday and summer, and the splendor of sunset and autumn, and let him distill the subtle alchemy into the iridescent shape of heart's desire. Then let him consider this, that all men hold in their hearts the image of love, hymned by all poets, painted by all artists, and sung in eternally great music. And this is patterned, as some say, after the image of the first love, the mother. But I say that the perfect image in the heart of man is patterned by the awful form in space-time that shapes all women. the insatiable and eternal lust of Pan that is Babylon. Then let the adept meditate upon the demon woman Lilith that devoureth her own children, Kali, avatar of destruction, Venus, the whore, averse, and let him likewise blend that shape to his dream, and let him look upon the goddess that is the body of the stars, and let him perceive that all these are one. Then, with the serpent's venom in his blood, and the lust unconquerable in his heart, let him invoke Babylon. Yea, let him invoke Babylon. And the adept will partake somewhat of this mystery in the continued devotion to any deity, since all gods are one. Now it may be that the adept may have a mate upon the plane of earth or among the elementals. And if he will, let him conceive of this mate as partaking of the nature of his deity, for herein is a subtle and beautiful practice of love. But woe unto him that confuses the plains, worshipping an image of clay, while the sanctuary lies desolate and abandoned. For if his love be pure, he shall attain the infernal rose, and partake of the sacrament of the Lord of the Love, even as I, my brothers, even as I. Now there is another mystery concerning Babylon that has been made known to me by my magical studies, and that is this, that Babylon is now incarnate on the earth and in the form of a mortal woman. I do not know in whom or where she is incarnate. I do not know where or when she will manifest. That she is incarnate, and that she will manifest a banner before armies and a judgment of nations, I do know. There exists pertinent material on the subject, which will be made available at the proper time. I may say no more on the matter at present. Beyond this, it is abundantly evident that the spirit of Babylon stirs in the women of the world. The demand for increased freedom, the rejection both of the tyrannical husband and the child lover, the increase of feminine polygamy and lesbianism, all indicate the development of a new type of woman who will have a whole man or none. It is the business of the magician to develop himself into a man sufficient for the new woman that his own magical lust has engendered. It is his business to become a priest in order that she may become the availing sacrifice that her nature demands. At the last, it is a high mystery of the lance and the grail. It cannot be taught. Magic is a path. But for the end of the path, there are no words. There is no language. Om. That was pretty interesting. Okay, thanks for being my Haverta study partner, Zach.
I floated around for a minute to see what everybody else is up to. They're not doing anything. They're just frittering away their lives, frittering away.
Twitter. See, we used to say people were tweeting all the time because we're like birds chirping. But now we say we are Xing all the time. X, 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 X.
I don't X that much. I just look at a lot of X. I just look at like X, X, X all day. Triple X.
X, 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 X. Okay, Tommy, do you want to say anything, Tommy?
Tommy! Oh, Tommy probably can't hear me.
Yeah, he can hear you.